Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe. Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe.
Welcome to the Stephen Shiels radio show. I've got Jason Stephenson. He's a meditation teacher from Insight Timer, YouTube. He's got work on Spotify, and he's well popular on the internet. How are you, Jason?
I'm very good, thanks, Stephen. Thanks very much for inviting me today.
You're welcome. I came across your work a few years ago, actually, when I was in my undergraduate degree, and
wow.
It's quite relaxing. I've been meditating with you on Insight Timer, your work with the Archangel Raphael and Spiritual Treasure Chest. How do you come up with those recordings for yourself?
A combination of a few things there. I think, Stephen, basically it's also, first of all, it's my imagination, and it's where places that I want to be taken to a lot of times. Mm-hmm. But it's also from other people that suggest, they write and say, oh, could you do a meditation on this, or could you do a meditation on that? And so I'm blessed to have also, what happens is I come up with the concepts, usually about, I do a batch of 10, and then I do a write-up for my writer, and she fully produces the meditation. So, yeah.
No, I like your work. YouTube
you.
as well. You've got a big following on your YouTube and Facebook as well, and I've seen some 24-hour live streams on YouTube. So are you actually, you've got a recording just live streaming it all that time?
Basically, we've got, we do some of that from over in the Philippines, actually. And hopefully very soon we're going to start being able to do some from the cloud, in the cloud above. But basically it's a video that it might go for about 3 hours, but then it's looped.
Yep.
Yeah.
And YouTube, have you hit the monetization yet on your YouTube channel, and you've got the Creator Award, have you?
Yeah, got the Creator Award, mate.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we've been doing the monetization now for, probably 5-6 years now. And we got the Million Subscriber Award. Ironically enough, with that, I've got to tell you, this is quite amusing. The day I was going to open the Million Subscriber Award to my YouTube followers, my channel was deleted by YouTube.
Are you serious?
I am absolutely serious. It was deleted for 5 days. Mm-hmm. I ended up opening the plaque on Facebook and sharing it with my small Facebook group. But it was a mistake made by YouTube, but it was really scary because of all the content. We had 1 million subscribers, millions and millions of views, and it was just one day you wake up and it's just completely gone. It was quite a bit of a scary ordeal.
That's rigged. And how'd you get it back up and running? Did you have to write to YouTube, or was it a mistake on their end?
Yeah, we were writing, we were ringing, we were doing everything we could possibly do to get in contact with them as soon as we could. And luckily, we have a YouTube manager, and she was fighting for us and doing everything she could do from her side of things. So we got it back up.
Did they give you a reason
scary time.
Why they deleted it, Jason?
No, Stephen, they really didn't give us a reason. They just said that these things happen sometimes. It was a mistake on our behalf. These things happen, but we've rectified it as soon as possible. So there was no sort of reasoning as to why. I think it was at the time actually when they were deleting lots of channels. They went through this massive thing of just trying to wipe out so many channels. And sometimes for no reason at all. I know people that had got demonetized and that people had got channels pulled down, and so it was a bit of a scary time. But things, touch wood, things have smoothed out now.
No, that's good, because I've got YouTube as well, but it's so tough with the whole algorithm, and it's just so competitive now, Jason. How long did it take for you to get to the monetization for you?
Well, I started back in, I think, about 2012, and I put up about 10, 15 videos, and then nothing much happened. There was hardly any audience, and then I just thought, oh, look, it's kind of not working. So look, I'll just leave it. It's not sort of being seen at all. It's just a couple of views here and there. So I left it for about 6 to 8 months. And then all of a sudden I started to get these emails coming in that, Jason, you have a new subscriber. Jason, you have a new subscriber. I'm thinking, what's going on? Why are they coming in now? And I went to my channel and had a look, and it was one video alone that had just had liftoff.
Wow.
And was just getting thousands and I'm like, whoa, what is this? And it was through that one video that we could end up getting monetization. And that was like maybe about a year and a half later.
And when you get because one day I'm looking at getting the YouTube Creator Award as a musician. Yeah. How did you find out you were eligible for it when you hit the 1 million subscribers?
Yeah, well, you get one. You get one for the 100,000 mark as well. And they just sent me a message and just said, congratulations, you've reached this. Please go and fill out this form online. And and then they just send it to you.
That's cool.
It was pretty exciting.
That's so cool. It's always good to have a reward. It's very competitive, YouTube now.
Very, very competitive. Yeah.
When it first started, you could just put a video and then you'd go viral. But now everyone it's so competitive,
For sure. Yeah, so many people are doing it, right?
Oh, you've got work on Spotify as well. I've checked it out. How have you found Spotify and all streaming for your stuff?
Yeah, pretty good. We go through. Basically, we upload once to CD Baby. That's like our distributing platform. And then they distribute it across the board to Spotify, to iTunes, Amazon, and all the other the players out there. And they've been, it's been really good. Just they're great at getting the content out there right across the board. Yeah, it's been
How do you feel about the royalties? Because I know a lot of musicians are not very happy with the streaming. What about you?
Yeah, I'm sure that it's if you get thousands and thousands of views, it's okay. But even still, it's probably nothing compared to what artists used to make in the big days, right? So they've just reduced it so everyone gets a piece, but of course you've got the big companies taking their percentages out, and it is minuscule rates, right? It's like 0.002 a play or something like that, whatever it is. It's not even, I think, 1 cent a play. It's just some minuscule amount. If you get thousands, it's almost like I treat that as a bonus. It's just like, oh, well, it's a bonus. It comes in every month. And of course, Apple, we sell it on Apple as well. And so that becomes like a regular payment, and it's quite, it's quite okay.
Because, my experience, I started the streaming last year, and, you end up paying more to promote the darn thing rather than get the return. Because I've got a very small following, and I've started putting work on Bandcamp too, and the royalty-free music libraries. That was the best advice given to me,
Fantastic.
Because a lot of musicians, they've been ripped off.
I'm going to have to check out your site.
Yeah.
On did you say Bandcamp or SoundCloud?
I got them on Bandcamp, SoundCloud. I'll send you an email after.
Okay, thanks, mate.
No, it's I just wanted your opinion about it too, because a lot of meditation teachers are putting their stuff on the Spotify, but then they're selling their tracks individually as well. And Insight Time, I wanted to ask, how did you get involved with Insight Timer?
I just signed up to those guys and just because I think you can do it all online, and just signed up with them and then uploaded the first recording. And I think they accept I'm pretty sure they accept like relaxation music, and they pay. If you once you build up a following over time, they pay okay commissions.
They're one of the best app because at least with a free membership, you can watch the live shows. You can still engage with their content. Rather, you got Headspace, Calm. You got to pay to use it as well. I remember Insight Timer a few years ago was $5 a month at one stage.
Wow.
Yeah. But I saw
Insight Timer is great.
They've been around for a while because, they never used to market themselves, but they've really come a long way, Jason.
They got a huge, aren't they one of the largest apps in the world now? Like meditation apps now? I think they are, with the biggest following.
Have you thought about doing live streaming on Insight Timer yourself, or what's your views on that?
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't thought of that, but that might be something that we can look at later. It's of course it's finding the time to do everything, right? It's just finding the time to do everything, but it could be worthwhile. Yeah.
And now have you made a living as a meditation teacher your whole life? What's been your journey?
Oh, wow. Well, interestingly enough, meditation I've only been involved professionally in meditation probably for the last 10 years. That's all. Prior to this, for many, many years since I was a kid, I used to sing. And used to do like the Sydney club circuit, like traveling around doing 45-minute shows or 3-hour shows. Sometimes I did shows in Wollongong. So music was a large part of my life because my parents are both musicians. They were jazz musicians and also worked in a big band. And so I love music. I still love music to this day. Occasionally I sing at home. I don't sing out much in public anymore, but music was a large part of my life.
And you were able to make a living doing it. That's really good.
Well, I would say a part-time living. It was I never got to work full-time in the music industry. I was just, I'd have a job here and then maybe 2 weeks I wouldn't get a job. Then I'd get another job. Then I might work 10 weeks in a row. It was very spasmodic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's especially since the pandemic last year, it's really tough out there. They can't tour much anymore.
It's really hard for the musicians, mate. I really feel for them. Like my nephew, he's in a band called, you might have heard them, called Hockey Dad. I don't know if you know. It's a young pop surf band. And, they had tours all planned, like they were doing worldwide tours. And of course, everything has just come to a crashing halt. And I really hope that things change for the musicians and all the creative artists and the theatre people. And it's been a really tough time, right?
And as a meditation teacher yourself, how have you found it since the pandemic?
Well, luckily for me, all my work, all of it is online. And so I have not been really affected at all. In fact, certainly things have grown because there's been so much stress out there. So many people have been going through really, really difficult times. And so they've been, turning they've been wanting to go inwards, wanting to meditate to help them deal with these challenging times.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so we've been blessed to be able to continue work in the situation that we're in.
Mm. Yeah, no, I think your work's good actually, because I really thought it has meaning to it as well. I've got a group on Insight Timer called the Law of Attraction, and I'll play your stuff in the morning.
Oh, thank you.
Have my coffee, meditate. Might get 4 people, but no,
I'll have to tune into that too.
I can send you a link to that.
Please do.
Yeah. And have you looked at making any apps for yourself?
It's a very interesting question, that, because actually I think it was the beginning of last year we went to Melbourne. We were going to work with a Melbourne company to make an app actually. And the story for this is it's almost unbelievable. So we flew to Melbourne. I was in Sydney and my operations manager, he was in Adelaide. So we both flew to Melbourne to meet this company. We'd paid a large deposit. It was a very large deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst we were at the first planning meeting, the company went into receivership and collapsed.
Oh dear.
And so we were on a morning tea break, actually. We come back and they said, oh, there's no more now. They said, you might as well go home. The company's finished. And we were like, what? And they're all packing up and the staff are crying. And I was like, oh my goodness, this can't be happening. And so we packed up and left. And that was the closest we got at that time to developing an app. And since then, we haven't sort of got back on board.
Did you get your deposit back?
No, we didn't.
Oh, no.
No. I was always hoping one day, because, that sometimes you can get it back a bit later down the track, but I've never heard anything, and I highly doubt now.
Oh, no.
I think it's gone. Yeah, and it's I mean, I can laugh about it now, but it was pretty upsetting.
No.
Time.
Yeah, I don't know, with app developers, so you were going for more like actual developers, were you? To put it on Google Play and the App Store?
Yes. This was probably at the time. This was one of the big major app developers in Australia. The company was called Appster, and they just completely. Yeah, it was Appster. I hope I've got that right and not saying the wrong people, but yeah, they just completely finished, and which is a shame. They had teams of people all over the world. They had an office in, USA and some in Asia and Australia. And it just goes to show you, right? Anything can happen at any time.
And they just packed up.
They just packed up. Obviously, I don't think they could afford their bills. And obviously, and the staff were none the wiser. The staff didn't know anything about it. They were told, as we went to morning tea, they were told in a meeting room, they all come out of the meeting room crying. It's oh my goodness, this is, yeah. Never forget that day.
Oh, no. No, I hope something manifests for you and you can get it back, or you build something in the future. I don't understand how that happens, Jason.
No. I still think maybe one day we will. We've been working with this, putting this online course up, and in fact, we've got a launch coming up in probably about 3 more weeks. And I think one day that will be into an app form as well. It's currently it's like mobile friendly, but it's not an app. But we do hope. I really believe one day we will have an app. One day.
That'd be so cool, because you got teachers on Insight Timer, Glenn Harold, Andrew Johnson, Fleur Chambers. They've got their own apps too, their own websites as well. Actually, your website, you've got a free sleep meditation too. You can download as well. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, anyone can get that if they just go to, I think it's www.jasonstephenson.net. And I think
Did
you can
you
get that, yeah.
build it yourself, or did you get a web developer to build your website?
We got a web developer to build this platform out.
Mhm.
Yeah, we work with a company. These guys are from America, I think, yeah, America,
That's so
and they're
cool,
doing
Jason.
a great job. Yeah,
So
thanks.
what other meditations you working on now?
I've just done a few meditations, actually. I just released one. We've got one coming up, which I'm excited about, called Quantum Jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Quantum Jump meditation. It's looking at parallel lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually excited to do that one myself, to actually like listen and sit there and do the meditation myself,
Mm-hmm.
because it's, I really like the idea of, the choices we make. And it's like, we can have these parallel lifetimes. It's all laid out for us, but it depends what path we go down.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's coming out. And what else have we got? And we just released this one, a beautiful one called, it's like crystals on a beach. I've always had this, I think I did one many, many years ago about a meditation with, where people can walk on a beach and these beautiful colored crystals are on this beach, and they're healing crystals. And I've always, I don't know, I've dreamed of that or something. And so I had to turn that into a meditation. Mm-hmm. And so each crystal, each color of the crystal helps to heal the body, mind, and spirit. So I think we've just released that one not long ago, maybe this week, Monday.
You've done some stuff on the law of attraction too. I practiced that. Has it worked for you?
Wonderful.
The law of attraction.
Mate, I'm glad you're into it, because yes, it has. I'm a absolute firm believer in the law of attraction, and that what we think about all day long comes into our lives. Mm-hmm. And I have no doubt about that, because that is how my life has unfolded. Mm-hmm. That is law of attraction. I can tell you I'm sure you could give examples too of, how things have happened in your life,
Being able to talk to teachers on Insight Timer, some celebrities in some movies as well. Just little things, Jason.
Wonderful.
I can't explain it. Even journaling from a couple of years ago, it's starting to manifest slowly. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yes. No.
But I feel
it definitely doesn't.
There's teachers like Bob Proctor they want to make a huge business out of it too, and charging thousands of dollars for these seminars, Jason.
Absolutely. But I do like Bob Proctor. I love his work, and Jack Canfield. I love his work. But yeah, oh my goodness, they can make very, very, very lucrative money. And I mean, that's kind of putting the law of attraction into work for them, because they're like, okay, what I have, I'm worth this much money. I'm going to earn this much money. And so they put these prices up, and people buy them. People pay this money. And I mean, good luck to them if they can get 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 15,000 a course. Good,
Yeah. It's crazy. I think when I can get the same information from you or my teachers from Insight Time, in my opinion, is better as well. I just feel you guys explain it more better.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
And like you heard of Tony Robbins, have you?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I feel he's too focused on the businessman, and he charging all this money,
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a market for that. For these, some people are fixed that move into this. They get the business people, and obviously the business people are the ones that have the most money, and so they have great success with that too. I haven't been really going for the business market. I like to just go for the people that my audience is people that are possibly at a crossroads in life. are just on the edge, not sure which way to go, or I like to get to that market to help those people, or people that are stressed, have been feeling anxious and want some more calm in their life. I love to do that sort of work. Yeah,
because I had a sort of a down experience with Tony Robbins. I had one free session with his mentor.
Oh yes.
I just felt he was just negative. He says to me, "Oh, it's going to cost you $4,000 for 4 45-minute Skype sessions."
Wow.
I was just like, it was
It's a lot of
awkward,
money.
Jason.
Oh, so they gave you a free session, but then they told you how much.
I didn't go through with it.
No. They have very good sales teams.
Yeah.
Very slick. Sometimes it's not for the average person, those prices. That's just I mean, good luck to him if he can get that, but that's not suitable for a lot of people.
No, and it's not. It just made me feel like crap.
Yeah.
And then when he does his what's his weekend thing he does in Sydney as well?
Like the fire walking thing and the
$2,000 just to sit up the back of the Kudos Bank Arena. You got to provide all your accommodation.
It's a lot of money, mate, right?
I know. When I can get better information from my teachers on Insight Timer,
Yeah.
explain it better. That's just how I feel, Jason.
Yeah, and that's okay, because I know that obviously we've all got our likes and our dislikes and which path we want to go on and what we prefer. And that's what makes the world beautiful, is the fact that, because if everyone liked Tony Robbins, then there'd be no more people for over here, or you know what I'm saying? And so we all have our favorites that we go to or that we listen to. And that's the beauty of the world, is that we're all different, we're so unique, and we resonate with different people.
Napoleon Hill wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. That's a definite must read.
Yes.
Well, have you read that?
Yes, indeed I have. It's a definite must read, and that book stands the test of time in regards to the wisdom in that book and the wealth of knowledge that's shared. That's wonderful work. Yeah,
it's one I've read it twice. So I might do it a third time, actually.
Yeah, I think actually Bob Proctor has a course on that Think and Grow Rich as well. I'm pretty sure, but that's a wonderful book. I think that. No, I was going to say, was that the one The Secret was based off? But no, that's not true. No, I can't remember what the movie The Secret was based off, one of those books, but I don't think it was Think and Grow Rich. No, maybe something else. But yeah, that's a valuable book.
It is still sold today as well.
Yes. Another wonderful.
Whether you're having a not moving off the couch while you watch the game kind of day, or a no time between conference calls kind of day, it can still be a delicious Dunkin' kind of day. And with Dunkin' now available on DoorDash, it's easier than ever to get your faves brought right to your door. So if you're looking for coffees, donuts, and breakfast sandwiches in the morning, craving some afternoon snack and bacon, or in need of Dunkin' refreshers for a PM pick-me-up, we've got you covered. Order now and get your faves brought to your door through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Price and participation may vary. Exclusions apply. America runs on Dunkin'.
The book I'm reading right at the moment is called, I think it's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph. Oh my goodness.
Joe Dispenza, is it?
No, not Joe Dispenza. I like his work too. Murphy. I think it's Dr. Joseph Murphy. Yeah, I'll just have. Where is it? It is Joseph Murphy. Yep. And it's It's a wonderful book because it's very simple. It's very simple to understand, but it is so profound. I'm actually now I'm listening to the book I've got the audio book. I love audio books, and I can play them as I go to sleep, and just allow that wisdom to sink into my subconscious mind before I sleep. I find that's the best time.
You do affirmations?
Yes, I do.
Me too. Do you
good.
Repeat them in your mind, or do you say them out loud?
Personally, when I do them myself, I usually, for the most part, I repeat them in my mind, but it depends where I am and what I'm doing. Like if I'm in the car, sometimes I can say them out loud, or if I'm listening to affirmations, I say them, and it helps to give me that surge of energy. That I love affirmations. I really love affirmations. Yeah, and also I might add, I write them down. Like I tell you, I was going through a rough time many, many years back, and I had a low self-worth, probably about 15 years ago now. And I remember putting up on my mirror, in the bathroom mirror, it just says, it was a reminder to me, you are beautiful inside and out. And every time I'd walk into that mirror and I'd see that, and I kind of didn't believe it much. I just thought, I just sort of look at it and go, yeah, right. But over time, just seeing that every day, I realized it. It was true. It's so you bring that, just keep bringing it into your subconscious mind over and over again. And I will tell you, I left that house only last year, end of last year. I left the house. That paper was still on my bathroom mirror like 15 years later.
Wow.
It's been there, yeah.
Wow. That's...
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I got a vision board as well. Have you got your vision board?
I have indeed.
Good on you.
Yeah, they're awesome, aren't they?
Yeah. I put things like the YouTube Creator Award, or I want to make
wonderful.
Stuff traveling, pictures of countries, or private jet. Who knows? I may end up flying private jet. What about your travel experience? How, where have you traveled in the world?
My last trip was actually India last year. I was there it was like a yoga conference, and that was fantastic. But I had on my vision board 2 places, and I've still got that rolled up in there. And this was done 2005. I created this vision board. It's time to update. I have to do a new one because virtually so much of that has come true. Like I had a picture of a Nepali man standing at a mountain. I always wanted to go to Nepal, and I hadn't been in Nepal at that time. I will tell you now, I have been to Nepal 3 times since then. I sponsor a family there, and that was on my vision board.
Nice.
And I'd never been. And also the Grand Canyon, I had never been to that, and I only got to experience that probably about 4 years ago. So these were on my vision board, and at the time I thought, I don't know if this will ever happen, but that's what I'd like. And sure enough, they happen.
It just happened.
Be careful what you wish for, because I'm telling you, these things happen.
Wow. You can't explain it too, eh?
No, it's your subconscious mind just ticking away. It's as soon as you plant that seed. When we plant that seed, just that cutting that picture out and sticking it on, and we've planted that seed. We've begun to like co-create this, and it's just it's underneath, waiting for enough rain, enough sunlight to burst forth and grow. And there was a financial one, because I was stony broke back then, years ago. stony broke, and I wrote myself a check, for $100,000. Said one day, and now that's come true, and I have my house now, and I had literally thought I will never own a house in this lifetime because I was so broke, and I only got this house about 3 years ago.
Good on you.
So I'm telling you, just whatever we wish for. And you're right about the timing. I don't think we can force anything. If you try and force the timing, I don't believe it works that way. I think once we set this intention that we're going to get something or we're going to do something, when we set it, we let it go and just trust. If we really believe it enough, just trust that it's going to come to us, and it will. It will.
When I first started, I wanted things straight away. I thought it would work so quick, but I've had to learn a lot of patience with the law of attraction, visualization as well.
Yeah, patience, man. It's a big thing, right?
Yeah, just sort of discipline to meditate. Vision board too. Do you update that frequently, or is it a personal thing for you?
Mate, I would like to update mine. I think I need to do that. In fact, I would like to do that because I haven't done it for so long. So it's almost like, okay, what are my dreams now? Like, where do I see myself in 5 years or 10 years now? Like, I always had those dreams before, but now it's almost like there's so much that's happened, but I still have, there's some things there bubbling away. So I think I need to, I think it's about time to do another one.
It's a fun project, Jason.
Yeah.
It's good
fun.
It
is.
Yeah. I try to look at mine every morning when I switch on the computer.
Good work.
Does it have to be a daily practice, or is it just, you could just have it there and forget about it?
I think you can just have it there. A good place to put things to. I actually had a picture of gold, like I cut it out from one of the prize things that you win. You can win 2 kilos of gold or whatever, or 50 kilo, whatever it is of gold. And they got all the gold blocks, and I thought I'm going to win that one day. And so I cut it out and I stuck it on the bottom of my computer screen, and it was there for years until it started to get really tattered and torn. I had to take it down. But I still know, this might sound crazy, but I know that's going to happen. It's almost like it's a knowing. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Because I've seen it. I can see the gold. I know it's going to happen.
Also, too, I like your spiritual treasure chest meditation on Insight Timer as well.
Oh, well, yeah, I almost forget that one. It's been such a long time since I recorded that one. But yes, I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad you like that one.
Just put whatever I want into it. I don't know, $1 million goes into it.
Yes.
That's so cool.
I really do believe in the law of attraction and the frequency, and just like attracts like. This, this energy frequency that we're at, and that when we shift our vibration accordingly, we attract the people into our lives wherever we're at. If we're at some sort of if we're vibrating at some sort of a lower level or lower frequency, then we're going to attract that sort of people, people that might not be beneficial to our life, But if we begin to raise that vibration to another frequency, then we're attracting people that with greater respect, people that are going to respect us more. And it's like attracts like. If we feel terrible about ourselves, then that's sort of where we're at, and that's the people we're going to attract. But I don't know, what's your thoughts on that? Do you agree? Do you believe that?
I do. I've started to notice that, actually. Just getting rid of negative thoughts, Jason, and just positive things are happening. You run into someone, talking to people like you as well. reach out to people.
That's wonderful. Good on you.
5 years ago, I would never have thought I'd be podcasting and actually talking to celebrities and high achievers like yourself and teachers from Insight Timer.
That's wonderful, man. Yeah. Because let me tell you something. You're doing something that I have often thought about, but have still not done yet, and that's podcasting. Mm-hmm. So you're doing it, man. So I congratulate you because it's something that I've thought about for a long time, but I just thought, I'm not sure if I can do that, or I'm not sure if that's, but yeah, so good on you for doing it.
Thanks, Jason. Because the podcast, I get people from all sorts of industries. It's just a wide talk show.
That's great.
Because I'm a musician, because YouTube has to all be about music. I get bored talking music all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, meditation teachers, professors, actors as well.
Yeah, good on you.
I love it. It's fun.
Yes. And you get to learn from other people, right?
Build social skills.
Yeah, yeah. Pick up little nuggets of wisdom along the way. That's perfect, man. I commend you.
No, thank you. And yourself, what else are you planning to put more meditations on Insight Timer, or where are you at with that?
Yes, we are. We definitely are, because we stopped because there's been so much going on that we haven't had time. We just haven't had any time. But the good news is, in fact, I think we're taking on a new staff member this coming month, next month, and we're going to start getting all our work on Insight Timer now. Mm-hmm. So it'll take a while, but we're going to just chip away at it slowly but surely, because it is a good platform and there's many people on it. And we've been wanting to put it on there for a long time, but just, haven't had the manpower to do it.
Because some of your meditations, they're going for 2 hours as well.
Yeah, well, no, in some ways, like it looks like they do, but what we do is, because I focus on the sleep meditations, right? The meditation itself usually only goes for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And then we continue it with 1.5 hours sleep music, or sometimes affirmations play, at the end of the meditation, the affirmations might play. But I just like to end with the music. So once people drift off to sleep after they've listened to the voice, then they can just hear the music in the background until they go to sleep.
Do you plan to have any more law of attraction meditations coming out soon?
I would dare say, because it is one of my topics. Can't even remember what ones we've got coming up, but I don't know. Actually, I've got my stuff here. I can give you a little bit of a idea as to what's coming up.
Always looking forward to it.
Yeah. Where we go? There we go. So the ones coming up, we've got a body image and body relaxation. We've got one coming up, but it won't be for some time because we're about 10 weeks ahead already. But we've got a future time travel meditation, and that's another one I'm really looking forward to doing. We've got spiritual connections guided meditation, and also and I've got a sleep affirmations one where it's just like all affirmations as people drift off to sleep. So that's sort of the ones coming up. But we're about 10 weeks ahead already. So, which is it's been good to get ahead, because I used to just do them 1 week at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 week at a time. And then sometimes I'd be, because we didn't have anything ready, I'd be right. Oh no, got to get it out. You know what it's like with if you got a schedule, you got to meet. You're going to try something out on every Monday, and if you can't get it, you sort of feel, oh no. Don't want to do that.
What about marketing yourself with your work? How have you found that? Because that's very, very difficult.
Well, I'm blessed at the moment to have a guy, the operations manager, that he does a lot of this, and he's very good at this side of things. It's hard work. When I used to have to do this all on my own, it's hard work. But I'm blessed to have a person that knows what he's doing, and he does a great job.
Because that's one even for music too. The easiest is creating, but then getting your content and your target market. That's difficult, Jason. I'm struggling too in my first year.
Yeah. So is this your first year?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And,
that's okay. I think where you're at now is perfect, because I think the first year and even the second year, and this can change as well, I think it's all about that's exactly what it is. It's about finding your feet, and that can change. I know that just wavers and changes for the first 12 months, 18 months. I'm telling you now, I think it even took me when I reflect back, my channel has evolved. I was doing face-to-camera work. I'd do meditations. We'd play music. It was a whole mixed bag. And that was over about a 4 or 5 year period. So just all I can suggest to you is give yourself that absolute permission to be unsure and to even have no direction. But in that no direction, there is direction, because that's all a part of it. Yeah. I think that's all
entrepreneurship, it's very scary in the beginning. I know you're an entrepreneur too. And How long
I love it, mate. I never thought that this is where I would be. But upon saying that, I always wanted to work on my own. I knew that I was going to leave companies and I was going to form my own business. I always wanted that, and that's now happened. And I love entrepreneurship, because it's exciting coming up with new ideas, new things that we can do, new ways of doing things.
Just have to start bringing the money in.
Yeah, but the money, you trust that the money will follow. You trust that, because it will.
It's not, because first year you pretty much I'm working for free.
Yes.
Made $20 in my first year. I'm thankful for that, but
good on you.
Want to start bringing more in to be able to go to Woolies and do the shopping.
Yes, of course.
It can get disappointing at times too. I do it as a part-time business. It's online.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. That's what I did for actually probably for the first, I reckon 4 years. I was doing YouTube, plus I was working 20 hours at a storehouse. And so I just had to keep doing that. But I knew in my heart that I would only be there until I was earning enough money, and then I would go full-time in my own business.
That's so cool.
And, it happened.
So with monetization on YouTube, are you earning enough to have a living off that, or is that just a side thing for you?
No, we earn enough now. I employ now, oh my goodness, that money now employs a team of people.
Wow.
I have about I have three full-time people in the Philippines, and I have 3 people in Australia, plus musicians overseas. I think about 3 musicians that we work alongside, and a writer. So that monetization has been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
That's amazing.
It's created my company. And I'm blessed to have the best team of people you could ever work for. I'm telling you, I have a great team of people, very talented, beautiful
that just
people.
Came with time. It's not something overnight. Yeah.
No, in fact, I can still remember taking on my first assistant, my first person, and I was really scared because I thought to myself, "Oh, what happens if I can't afford? How will I continue to afford this?" But you just throw caution to the wind and just go, "I'm doing it," and I never look back. And I will tell you that first guy, his name's Clark. He's still with me to this day, and I think he started about probably 4 years ago now, and he's still with me to this day.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
No, I think my channel will grow as well.
I do.
It will.
I do, mate. Yeah, good on you. I think you just, especially if this is your first year, you just keep doing it and be consistent. As consistency is a big thing. It can be a hard thing, of doing that consistent content, but that helps. And then and my best recommendation is, I think have you got an email list?
Yes.
There
Do the
you
monthly newsletter as well.
Emails are great to grab because then you've got your audience. So then if YouTube closes down or if whatever happens out there in the mad world of Facebook and YouTube and everything, if you've got those emails, you can take that audience with you wherever you go. It's very important.
I do it once a month. My list too. Was doing them weekly, but it's too much.
It is, isn't it? I know what you're talking about.
You get these companies from the US. They're always like they'll send you the email list twice, 3 times a week. It's just too much.
A lot of them do. Yeah, I get sometimes some companies. Yeah, they send me like 4, 5 emails a week. But it's hard work. Like we do 1 email a week, and I find that even challenging to do the one. So, but yeah.
What about the keywords in YouTube and the whole SEO? How have you found that?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. It can be a struggle, Stephen. Now we've, there's, 1 or 2 keywords that we're got now, but it's taken years and years to get that. But then it's interesting me saying that, that we've got now, because that can change. The algorithms change, and all of a sudden you can be pushed down, and then it's just like, okay, what happened there? So we had this one particular keyword where we're getting a lot of views. Then all of a sudden, it's almost like someone comes in over the top, or something happens. They change the algorithms, and it's like, oh, no more. You're like, oh, okay, well that doesn't work now. And then you've got to change your tact. You just got to sort of ride with it. It's very complex.
Yeah, because I don't put keywords when I upload. It's too much work, I found.
Oh, it is a good thing to do. I've just some of my advice is to fill in your tags, to do maybe 10 tags or something, but also in your description. And if your title and your description has keywords as well, they go off. That sort of bounces off each other. It's the same sort of similar sentences, structure, and all that. That helps to push it further up, and then it's also your tags as well. So the title, description, and tags are. Yeah, YouTube said actually that tags are not so important anymore, but we still put them in.
Yep.
But the description is important, and so is the title.
Yeah, that's clearly that SEO is not for me. That's the thing, I just try to make the work as good as possible. That's all I care about.
That's good, man. Yeah,
we can do all the SEO in the world, but if it's crap, people ain't gonna watch it.
That's true. That's That's exactly right.
What about Insight Timer? Is it easier for you to go viral on the Insight Timer app?
Honestly, I can't tell you that, to be honest. I think if we were more consistent with our uploading, which I hope we will get down the track, and in fact, starting maybe next month, I think if you're consistent, it will help. It'll definitely help. But unfortunately, just at the moment, we're not consistent. So how can we expect to get much if we're not consistent? You know what I mean? They probably just sort of push you down a bit.
Because they don't seem to have an algorithm like YouTube and all that, which is good.
YouTube have definitely, they got their ways. Yeah, they got their ways.
Drive me crazy. Jason, thank you for coming on today's show. Where can people find you on social media, YouTube, website?
Yeah, well, they can download the sleep meditation at the www.jasonstephenson.net. But also you can find us if you look up Facebook, Jason Stephenson Meditation, you'll see us there. And also if you just do a search, Jason Stephenson in YouTube, you'll see the channel come up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to more work from you.
Thanks very much, Steve. I look forward to hearing.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the podcast. Thank you to the sponsors Grammarly Premium, vidIQ, TubeBuddy, and Amazon Music Unlimited. If you want your free trial of Amazon Music Unlimited, all you need to do is click on the link to my website to find out more. Also, new podcasts are out every Fridays, so turn on those notifications, leave a review as well. And also feel free to subscribe and share it. And catch you later.
Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe. Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe.